It appears we have a new sponsor for our shenanigans, an encourager of tomfoolery, if you will. DG Eddie, thank you very much, I really appreciate it. So, what's all this then? A giant Incarnon heavy scythe that is rumored to be the best melee weapon in the game, eh? The Thalys, Mastery Rank 12 heavy scythe that does primarily slash damage with a decent chunk of puncture on the side, which sports a 30% crit chance, a 2.2 times crit multiplier, and a 24% status chance. So far, so good. But it gets gooder. Hitting enemies in Incarnon mode embeds a void shard into them, which pulses every time you embed a new shard into a different enemy, dealing 75% of your weapon damage to the enemies they're attached to. This is gooder, but it gets goodest. You can supercharge these shards in 3 very unique and cool ways with the final evolution, making them either impale enemies, chain explode on a heavy attack, or turn them into a weak point that increases your crit chance. Now if you like the sound of the Thalys and would like to get it for yourself, do the Ileweaver note in Duviri, because the only way to get it is to buy it from either Akrithis or Dominus Thrax in the Dormi Zone with Scuttler husks. So let's give it a shot and see if it's as good as people say. Shall we? 75% of weapon damage to... What? This seems like an utterly ridiculous trait. Am I understanding this correctly? For now, we're just gonna do something basic to unlock the evolutions and level it up and all that. Condition Overload, let's get Blood Rush, Galvanized Steel, and we're probably gonna do Melee Influence because it's just the best for leveling. A little bit of Electricity, bit off with Attack Speed. Lovely. I am not seeing any crystals. I have a sneaking suspicion that Incarnon mode has to be active for them to work. Whoa, I didn't even check this! That is ridiculous. So the first evolution just gives you primed reach and like almost primed fury worth of attack speed for free as well. That's nuts. That is a lot of attack speed. I can't really tell what the shards are doing, but you know, a simulacrum is probably not the best place to test this. 80% attack speed while sliding. 20% attack speed flat. Gain... Oh, yes. For now, let's continue the influence shenanigans with Galvanized Elementalist. It's just too good to pass up for leveling. And boop, ground finishers, Dunzo. As much as I dislike influence, not because it's bad or anything, it's just, you know, everyone puts it on everything. I think it fits this weapon really well. We are definitely picking up some damage, my dudes and dudettes. I'm having a lot of fun so far. This really wants us to slide, doesn't it? We get Echoes of Rage, combo count on shard damage, and then 20 initial combo. I'm not particularly enticed by any of these, but I think we'll go with Echoes of Rage just to build combo faster in the beginning. Okay, so faster Incarnon activation, that's pretty good. Jump and double jump height, or Devastating Mercy, ground finishers knock enemies down in a 6-meter radius. This could be pretty good because your heavy attacks knock enemies down, so you could do ground finishers. Honestly, I think this would be more annoying than anything else. Like, I'm so used to how high I can jump, this would throw me off really badly. So, we either go Swift Transmute or Devastating Mercy. Swift Transmute just seems like a pretty good one. And then we need to do a solo mission with an Incarnon weapon equipped in every slot. We haven't done Discipline's Merit in a while, which is a bit of a shame because it's super consistent. I actually like it quite a bit. And there we go, that's all the evolutions done. Shards grow whenever a new shard is created up to 3 times. Fully grown shards erupt out from the embedded enemy, dealing 2x damage and impaling them on the spot. Wowee. Heavy attacks detonate shards caught within the blast radius will also detonate? And then shard duration is increased to 30 seconds, shards become weak spots that have plus 100% crit chance when damaged. Shards damage is reduced by 50%. Oh wowee, these all sound so cool. Let's try them all. First of all, let's get rid of Herald and Influence because we won't be able to see what the hell's going on otherwise. Oh my god, they're just straight up impaled, so it's like crowd control as well. That is really good. Now let's try the Kablosion. Oh damn, yeah, this is very inconspicuous. It's not obvious at all, but it is insanely strong. Much stronger than the first one, but you can barely tell that it's happening. To be fair, this does require Tennokai to work well, the first one doesn't. Babies first crystallize. Let's go. This one's very timid. We are obviously red critting more, but if I didn't tell you that it's the shards doing it, you probably couldn't tell. Still though, I like it. Very cool indeed. And surprisingly, we are going the explodification route because it's just dumb. Let us also get influence back on, because that's not influence, that's retaliation, Mr. YouTube man. I want to see how dumb this can get. Electricity. Blast. This is so stupid. I can barely even build combo right now. Let's try it again. Oh dear god, this is so stupid. What have I done? That, by the way, was without Harold. It is just impossible to build combo with this. Like, I don't even have the Incarnon activated and everything's dead. And I have the evolution that lets me turn it on at 3x combo. What the fuck? Like, I've seen some really strong weapons in my time. This is like another level of power creep though. What? Why not? Let's just go all the way. Let's get Arcane Strike, Weeping Wounds instead of Berserker Fury. I don't even know what to say here. This is like a level of power that I've not seen in a while. The thing that makes this so strong is how stacked it is, because like the weapon on its own is pretty good. Like the weapon itself without anything else would be decent. But then you have that shard mechanic on top, which makes it really strong, and then you can stack influence on top of all of that. You know what, internet? I believe you. You are correct. This is probably the best melee weapon in the game. I've done some dumb builds before, like I've hit the damage cap with melee weapons more than once, but this is a different level of power. This is just so consistently strong. Hello, Malise. How are you doing, bud? Come on, give me a proc, give me a proc, give me a proc. Whoosh! Sit down, Malise. Sit down. You just got Malise in the face. You know what the best thing about weapons like this is? You can build them basically however you want, and it will probably be fine, because they're so strong they will overpower any dumbness you throw at them. So for evolutions, we have Dreadful Reach for the stacking range. Then we have a combo of Echoes of Rage for faster combo gen and Swift Transmute for faster Incarnon, just to get the weapon going faster. And we top it off with Chain Shatter so that the shards we embed into enemies detonate on a heavy attack. The build is pretty straightforward. We have Gale Force Dawn as our stance and then Discipline's Merit as our Tennokai trigger. You can run a different Tennokai trigger, but because we chose the detonating evolution, it's really nice to have consistent heavy attacks from Tennokai. We use Melee Influence as our arcane. I know it's overused, but I think it plays really well into the AoE madness that comes with the Thalys. And because of that, we also run Vicious Frost, Volcanic Edge and Voltaic Strike for blast and electricity. Next to the menu, we have Galvanized Elementalist for status damage and status chance. We run Condition Overload for a bunch of melee damage, Blood Rush for crit chance, Galvanized Steel for crit chance and damage, and we top it off with Weeping Wounds for more status. However, you might not want to run Weeping Wounds if you don't have Arcane Strike. I run Arcane Strike on my frame, which gives me a lot of attack speed, so I don't need it on the Thalys. If you don't have Arcane Strike, replace Weeping Wounds with Berserker Fury. I just wanted to see how dumb the Thalys can get, so I gave it all the help I could. And finally, it's of course a good idea to have a solid priming pad. I run Hound, Good Boy Harrow that primes Cold, Vital, Puncture, Heat, Impact, Radiation and Magnetic. I'm always very skeptical whenever I see videos or posts titled something along the lines of "this is the best thing in whatever," because 99% of the time it's really not true. It's just clickbait. But I, for once, must agree with the internet. This is probably the best melee weapon in the game. It's just downright stupid. This is dumb levels of damage. So of course I'm gonna recommend you give it a shot. It's absolutely tremendous. The Thalys is a fantastic heavy scythe. One thing I absolutely love about it is how many options you have. I mean, just the final evolution gives you 3 very different ways of playing. Plus the other evolutions also encourage slide attacks, which would be an interesting build as well. So definitely pick it up and have some fun. And as always guys, I thank you very much for watching and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Then I would also like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, I really appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.